We are office chair experts, and today we're going to break down Architectural Digest top 25 office chair picks for 2023 and see if this is a legit list. So the first thing that we do with every list is we just look at their introduction to their list to see why they're experts and why we should be trusting their picks. Now, in Architectural Digest, they've said that our editors and writers have personally tested each of these top picks and can attest to not only that they're attractive, but keep you pain-free and structurally supported even through the longest work days. So let's see what their top pick then is. We have a branch ergonomic chair. Now, I don't know about you, Ryan, but my first question has to be, after going through a lot of these lists now, is, well, what does it cost to be number one on these lists? Because I assume that there must be some way that there's an arrangement that we keep seeing branch at the top of all of these lists.
100%. I mean, Branch isn't an expensive chair. It's not the most popular chair in the world. They have a good affiliate revenue program, yes, but somehow they end up as a number one pick on almost every list that we see. So it begs the question, is there some type of monetary value that they are willing to give these platforms in order to always be number one? Because, I mean, we've tested hundreds of chairs. There's only one chair in the Branch lineup that I'd recommend. It's not a chair that they have featured in this list, and honestly, I think there's better options than that. But this Branch ergonomic chair, to me, is not a good chair. There's really nothing positive about the chair.
Yeah, if you pool all these different websites that have all these lists, you're going to see these Branch chairs over and over. And like Ryan said, they don't even pick what we would consider to be the best Branch chair, which makes it even more questionable. Why are you picking these chairs?
So the second pick is Branch's newest chair, which is the Verve chair, which arguably, in my opinion, is very overpriced and honestly not comfortable. I'd pick all of the other chairs really over this one. But this is a chair that we actually see in a lot of lists now as a number one pick. Here it's number two. Picks this chair for various reasons, which a lot of times I don't seem to think they're true. I mean,
yeah, to be picking it because it's so comfortable and it's sporty, what is sporty about this chair?
Yeah, and the cons here. I mean, the thing that you should keep in mind to not purchase is such an obvious thing that it doesn't have a headrest. You can easily see that. But really the big con here is that if you're over, I mean, what height are we thinking? Maybe 5'10" for sure. You're going to be too tall for this chair because it doesn't even come up to the right seat height. Right. For me at 6'2", I'm not even close to fitting in it. And there's no warning about that in this review at all.
You know, in my opinion, the Verve is actually quite a bit better than the ergonomic chair. I think it's more comfortable. I like the recline better. But yeah, the main thing is that it's just overpriced. For $500 and some, you can get so many better chairs. And to recommend this chair and give it such a glowing, gushing review because it's, quote, sporty and functional,
So looking at the first and second chairs in the list, you have to think, all right, this is kind of questionable right out of the gate. Well, then the third chair just basically reaffirms that thing, because not only is this a terrible pick for most people, but it's overpriced the place they've picked it from. I mean, we brought this exact chair in from Walmart. I think it was like $59.
Yeah, it was super cheap. It's funny because you can see on their picture on the website how bad the chair is. It's crooked. Yeah. Completely. It was either assembled improperly or it's just completely a crooked chair in a stock photo. I'm not sure which one. But this chair is $140. You can get a Tacoma for this price. You can get this same chair, like Greg said, from Target or Walmart for $60 to $80. But I will say the one thing that I do like about this pick, I hate the pick because for a number 3 pick, this chair is terrible, but at least the contributor was honest about that. Their reviewer flat out says that I start to feel a little stiff after sitting in it for 3+ hours, so I don't think this chair would be good for someone who regularly works from home. This is your third pick, and the contributor cannot recommend this for someone that works from home as a top ergonomic chair that you guarantee to make sure someone's pain-free. So,
yeah, I mean, moving on to the X chair, again, this is just, we have an X chair, X2, it just has consistently been rated our least comfortable chair in the whole office. We've had basically the entire office run through test chairs, and consistently, again, nobody wants to sit in this chair. And, you know, one thing I found with these, as we go through these reviews, a lot of emphasis on assembly and even like working the adjustments. So they're spending a lot of time assembling these chairs, getting them ready, and that's like their experience with the chair is the assembly, because once they actually get to sitting in it, they're not liking the chair, they're not spending a lot of time in it, or they've sent in this review before they've spent the time. So then what it comes down to is, oh, well, you know, I spent all this time assembling it. But in the reality, you know, once you get a chair, you're spending 8 hours, potentially longer, for years, hopefully. The assembly process shouldn't be that important of an aspect to talk about.
100%. But this is another one that follows the trend of, okay, we have another person that's going to contribute that's not the main article writer, and they're going to be honest, and they have the same opinion that we do. And so for your number 4 pick, this is the bottom line that they give. I can't confidently recommend the X chair as your number 4 pick.
So when we go to their next pick, the Article Svelte office chair, I think this is the first time I've actually seen this product picked on any of these lists, and I think it's because this isn't even an office chair. But the crazy thing for me here is that we're so high up on this list, and now we're recommending a chair that is just honestly could be used as a dining chair. This is more for aesthetics than anything else, and it looks like it's suited to fit, my 11-year-old daughter, so it's tiny.
The problem is, too, is that the real value and the real opinions come from the person that isn't putting the article together. And that's why we see 2 of the top 4 picks just flat out not being recommended by the person that reviewed them because they're being honest about their opinion, whereas the person that put this article together has ulterior motives, and they have a motive to sell chairs in this list, which is why every section that you read written by them sounds very much just like marketing copy. Somehow they love every single chair, whether it's a dining style chair, a branch chair, a razor Isker chair, an X, they love every chair somehow.
There are a couple chairs that we would agree with. So like the Hayworth Fern is in here, and they have a lot of great things to say. My butt doesn't get sore after sitting in it. The Fern is very adjustable, which I've never experienced, sturdy, well made. So there's a lot of good things that they do say about the Fern, but then put it up at number 1 so that people are really reading it. It's down at the number 7 pick here.
Yeah, it isn't until you get to number 7 and number 8 where we actually have some real chairs coming up. But then immediately after that, we flip back to chairs that I've never even heard of before. Arper, Physics, Casina. Like these are some of the worst chairs for ergonomics, and no ergonomist would ever pick these chairs. So basically 2 of the top 15 chairs are things that maybe you would want to consider. All right, so there's a lot of other chairs in this list. We're not going to go through them all, but if you want to take a look at the list, let us know in the comments what you think, if this is legit or not. Thanks a lot for watching.